Well, this is inherently fraught because Skyrim really hates being alt-tabbed out of. But it's what I have to do to make this work. Now, many of the mods I have are not YouTube friendly, but I don't intend to show any of those, so it won't matter. There are a couple, and you can see the point of them kind of right away. I have two different ones. That's related to a pregnancy mod. I have two different plant-related ones, because just one wouldn't do the job. That one gives me a way to have additional plots, and the other lets me plant extra things. And there is just one plant that doesn't work. So every time everything else is ready, I do just console add a few of them into my inventory, because it's not my fault it's broken. I have done things correctly. Also, this chicken just clips through shit. The chicken is actually an additional thing beyond these are things that can grow and it makes sense. They also let you do nests. Now, all these little plots I can dig, they only grow a single thing. That shouldn't happen. So, the things that I remembered that I need more of, or I use more of, because the crafting skills depend on the value of the things you make. But, right, nests. So, I randomly get a chicken instead of an egg. Those are the three other kinds of bird nests. And then, just in case they actually hatch something, though so far they haven't, chorus. And on the other side of the house, past the smelter, is spider eggs. They only give one each, just like all these other little mounds that you can actually adjust height and position, because they place in kind of weird ways. But yeah, the one plant planted but does not sprout is poison bloom. Neither of these mods are ones that show up in the mod manager, so I'd have to go look into mod organizer to see what their names are. Yeah. Just in case they happen to spit out a chorus or a spider. From what I read, they're supposed to be like neutral to me rather than default hostile, but they will be hostile to each other. Not that I really want to deal with either, but you know, figure it didn't hurt. So I have my greenhouse. I have decided to not bother with Falkreath, partially because Zidgear's an ass and I don't want to help him, but helping Morthal so I could get this house that also has the fishery, I didn't have a problem with. They had it coming. While I don't necessarily have an issue with going after the bandits Zidgear was working with, it's that I'm a greedy, sleazy motherfucker, and I'm not getting my cut, and fuck you, I'm not helping you. Yeah. I have my fishery and all my stuff planted. And I have all my stuff planted despite having not actually found all of them because I set up a file to that has the player add item and the codes for giving me one of each, specifically for, well, kind of tangentially for this. All the things I can plant, I will get back. That's not what I wanted. What I'm trying to do is save one of each for when I can eat them in batches. You can just kill yourself outright if you do it all in one go. Unless some of the things that I happen to know are super useful because they're part of a high value thing, like all the ones that do invis. I know those. So if that's the fourth one, I can eat them when I can only reveal the first three and not have them be part of that last batch. I do have a list that lets me, piece them together, but sitting here and going through it is obnoxious and exhausting, and I would rather just get to the 90. You do have to get to 90 to be able to unlock that fourth one, and then just eat them. But yeah, I don't know if I've never actually bothered to get livestock at any house I've ever gotten in this game, so I don't know if that's a thing that they do anyway. But yeah, this chicken keeps just kind of disappearing because they clip through the fucking stairs. I didn't expect one to hatch, but it did hatch instead of giving me an egg. 2 ago? 2. So, now I have a chicken. Oh. Did I put it in here? Or is it inside? It's inside. Okay. Yeah. What? But this is one of the things that comes with it, is a farming hoe. Create soil is the effect that comes with it. Excuse you. Rude. That cleaning up the saves clears that up. But I'm gonna do it out over here on fairly even terrain, otherwise it ends up weirder. But you do a few power attacks at the ground, and you will get a mound that, if you're sneaking, you can arrange and change. If it's empty, if it's not, you have to empty it first. But when you're moving it, you can choose to move it in one direction at a time, and then you have to stand up and then crouch to get that to reset. So you can do it again. But yeah, I don't actually want to make one, certainly not there, but figured I might as well show that part.